Littleport looking quite sluggish with the batting. They're not looking to score, and they need to get runs quickly early on in the innings. Comes Hall again, a straightish delivery. His batsman pleased into his pod and his door run. But they got to start trying to get runs early on. Get the opposition on the back foot. But they just don't seem to be doing it, you know. Anyway, the third over. Thompson to continue from the school end. And in he comes now. Bowls. Outside off stump. Pushed through the gap. But couldn't pierce the fielding. The fieldsman. And finds, I think it was Greg Wagstaff again. Nora.
Yes, in the ground starting to fill up. There's the club treasurer, Eddie O'Sullivan, of Irish descent. I think there was a dot ball, but the cameraman's kind of been a bit daisy and more focused on the grandstands filling up than he is on the match in hand, which is quite frankly a fucking disgrace. Anyway, in comes Thompson again, outside the off stump. Oh,
good areas.
I think there was a leave by the batsman, just tucked inside the line. Rather Marcus Truscothic like, but as a right-hander rather than a left-hander. Anyway, in comes Thompson again, no doubt. There's Bruce Wagstaff, brother of the captain. A little bit of bet on that. I don't think it quite carried to the fieldsman at first slip.
No,
Jamie Kittredge, so
VHS.
Another dot ball.
I need to get tables out. What tables I get out for my mum? She's doing the teas. One there. Yeah. Use that one. Got the other one.
Anyway, Thompson carries on his over.
Hello.
And I can't. It's again gone to the first slip. Jamie Kittredge, who has a shot at the stumps, but the batsman was in his ground. I'm not so sure about this camera work. I'd like to see him using the tripod there. I think it's there for a reason. Don't you agree, Mikey?
Definitely, Richie. If you got a tripod, use it. It helps me stand up, you know.
Wayne comes Hall again. Floats one outside the off stump. Another wide ball. He's really not found his radar so far, and looks to be struggling a little bit. But perhaps he'll get it going again. There's Dave Thompson, one of the legends of the village. In comes Hall again. Again goes down the leg side. He's struggling to find this line. Words of encouragement from the fieldsman.
To be honest, I expect an experienced campaigner like Jerry Hall to be finding the line and length straight away. But he's struggling. I don't know whether it's the birth of his child making him tired. But who knows? And he comes again. Down the leg side. Down the leg side again. And there's no excuse for it, Richie.
No, you're absolutely right, Mikey. I don't think it's appropriate. But I'm sure he's trying his all here in this cup final. Perhaps there's a few nerves. He's in his 40s. He's an experienced campaigner. He's coming around the wicket now. Try a different angle. See if this brings him more luck, perhaps. Straight away, it's a better line. Goes through Godsmark. It's fielded by the fieldsman. They scamper a single. And there's a call for a run out. And he's got him! Unbelievable scene. Suicidal running. It's gone straight to the fieldsman, who's thrown it in. And Jerry Hall makes a clean pick up and runs him out.
You're right. Absolutely right, Richie. Suicidal running. They don't need to be taking risks this early on in the innings. And the forlorn batsman Freestone, the opener, is walking back to the pavilion. You could see the batsman pushing it through there to the mid-on. Godsmark misses the ball. They think perhaps a single's available. But no, the fieldsman, Brookman, picks it up, throws it into Hall, and he's struggling for his ground. And the umpire, correct decision, out.
So the next batsman to come in for Littleport is Leonard. He's a little bit slow coming out. There he is, just putting his gloves and helmet on, his crash helmet. Because the pitch has got a little bit of lively bounce, and you see in the far distance beyond him the Littleport fans that have travelled the journey of about 25 miles or so to Abington Cricket Ground, affectionately known as the Bowl. Here comes Leonard anyway. Number 3 batsman. Apparently he's been quite good nick for Littleport. Scored a few runs this season, but we'll see how he fares now. Obviously, cup final is quite a different situation. Much more pressure on the batsman. And with a large turnout at the ground, it's understandable that he might be a bit nervous.
Anyway, Jerry Hall to continue his over. Round the wicket. I think there's a bit of swing movement out there, you know. Anyway, in comes Hall. Bowls. Outside the off stump. Wide ball. Really struggling for the radar at the moment, Jerry Hall. Obviously, this is not the Jerry Hall that was married to Mick Jagger. That would be ridiculous.
I'm just trying to keep it steady.
But the same name nonetheless. And here comes the ball.
Hang on.
Little paddle down to the first slip. Soft hands guided down. No run.
Thompson to continue from the river. Any bowls? It's outside of stump. The batsman has a swing. But there's no ding. So dot ball. Fielder's looking lively at the moment. Greg Wagstaff there trying to encourage the bowler and his team. In comes Thompson again. Oh, it's a straightish delivery. And he's punched straight back to the bowler, Adam Thompson, for no run. It's been a bright start here by Abington. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, Richie. You know,
playing today?
bright start, looking lively, energetic in the field, promising stuff.
Anyway, Thompson continues. Slightly leg side ball. And flies through for a
It's quite hard trying to follow the
bye,
ball.
I think.
You can hardly see it.
Bye's given. Slightly wayward, perhaps keep a day ball could have done a bit better, but not to worry, eh?
Well, I'm going to stop between overs to conserve a battery. Yeah. But I think you want all of
I
it.
think you're right, Richie. Anyway, Thompson to continue, and he comes.
How's
Little
that?
double down from the batsman to the leg side, fielded by Chris Malins. One of the renowned bar staff at the 3 Tons pub over the road, sponsors of the cricket club. Thompson comes in, bowls outside off stump lane, driven through the offside. Fieldsman in pursuit. Ollie Green throws it in, only the single taken, I think.
And I'm going to be leaving the commentary box now oh, fucking hell, I can't spit my words out. To be replaced by Tony Gregg, and with him none other than Henry Blofeld.
Jimmy just needs to say